Well, scheduled for 8:15. I don't know how that works. Anyway, hi, boys and girls. Weather report. I'm hoping this actually works this time. So, let's see. First of all, I got an email from AIG. A radical new theory rewrites the story of how life began on Earth. And they presented this as something a little bit different. They said it was a new study, says life emerged fully formed. And I thought that that was a little bit of a lie. So I'm going to call these people the most pleasant liars that you could hang out with. They do tend to stretch the truth quite a bit. I don't know. Let's see if I can play what they had to say here.
Our next one here comes from New Scientist. So here's our weekly forget everything that you ever thought you knew. Everything changed. This is this one. It's New Scientist. A radical new theory rewrites the story of how life on Earth began. The subtitle is, "It has long been thought that the ingredients for life came together slowly, bit by bit. Now there is evidence it all happened at once in a chemical Big Bang."
So wait, hold on. So according to the secular model, first there was nothing, then it exploded and produced everything in the Big Bang. That's where all matter came from, right? And then life came from a chemical Big Bang, pretty much instantaneously a few billion years ago.
Together. So the idea here is that basically life is too complex to have just come about out of.
I'm not sure how much of that I should let play. Let's see what we got here.
I want to read this one sentence just very quickly. Very good and fast summary, by the way. All right. But so they're talking about the problems of trying to do it step by step, genes and proteins or whatever, and the problems with that. And they said, when put into practice in the lab, trying to build life step by step, these ideas don't produce anything particularly lifelike. It is, some researchers are starting to realize, like trying to build a car by making a chassis and hoping the wheels and engine will spontaneously appear, right?
Yeah, anyway. So they go on. So I got an email and I checked it out. I'm going to have to show you a little bit of that. Let me see here. Which one is this? So the email takes you to this article where they say a new study says life emerged fully formed. And I'm thinking, okay, if they're claiming a new study, then a new paper came out and they know about it. And then, of course, there is a link here about the new study, and you end up on a page, I believe it's this one. You end up on New Scientist, and you get the first part of this article, so you get to see the very first part. They don't reference any papers. They do have the author. I went out and Googled. I searched for this article. I searched for trying to find exactly what the source material was behind this new study. And then in frustration, I signed up for $50 a month to New Scientist because I'm not going to a library during the pandemic. And I spend a lot of money on material. I mean, way, way, way more than I ever should. And I did not want to do this, but I'm going to get a month of New Scientist so I can cherry pick, the greatest quotes. So it turns out, well, you get this little thing where they tell you $347 a week, but then you go sign up, they charge you $50 for a month. God, I hope there's my address. And then after I signed up, I got the whole article, and it turns out to be a really nice review of abiogenesis, and with a little bit of a shout out to Looking to Mars. I think Shostak or somebody said that the best place to find fossil evidence of abiogenesis is going to be on Mars, because it started and got frozen in time, whereas on the Earth, things turned and turned, and we lost all of the primary evidence that we need. But at the very end of it, Shostak and Sutherland are talking a little bit about sort of the new ideas that are coming up. And these aren't exactly new ideas. I think these radical new ideas appeared a very, very long time ago. That life, we have to look at a gestalt or a holistic approach at how all of these things came together. And I'm telling you, if I'm muted this time, I'm not doing this again. So, anyway, but so they lied about it. There is no new study. It's a review article. It's just, sort of a puff piece, and cherry pick quotes, and then they go and make this thing that now it's even more ridiculous than ever because we're saying that squirrels had to just pop up out of the mud and start storing their nuts. Anyway, so there's that. And then we have Smokey Dum Dum. Smokey has been commenting on some of my videos today. Let's see, Smokey Up Your Butt. Did he comment on Smokey Up Your Butt? Not sure exactly which one he commented on. I'm not going to show his videos. There's more sexist crap in there. He's just doubling down. He did send a comment yesterday and then deleted it about half an hour later. Unfortunately, I see those comments, Smokey, even if you delete them. And if you say some really crappy sexist stuff, unfortunately, I sent it to somebody and I sort of made it. I shouldn't have done that. It's really kind of an ethical dilemma to decide whether or not you should actually show somebody some of the shit that somebody says when they go ahead and hide it from you right away. Smokey, you're a vulgar little sun-dried maggot. I watched you deal with Top Dog Shattuck. I watched you deal with John Anthony on a video the other day, and we watched it in detail. And I watched your mode of operation, your crappy whatever the hell you think you're doing when you get an atheist on your show, and then four of you gather around him and you push him, and then you do your trash clown rage quit. You know what, Smokey? Fuck you. God, you're a piece of trash. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just call you trash? You're a sun-dried maggot. I'm not sure if you deserve the attention we give you, but, well, hell, you got to call it out, right? Oh, Speed of Ball Envy. Oh, here he is. If you send us to Dan's channel, maybe you don't understand the argument either. Why are you sending us to someone to provide an argument you yourself can't even reiterate? And he does double down in other comments. I'm probably going to delete the sexist crap that he says. I think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I delete the sexist crap, or should we just leave it up there to embarrass him, to show what kind of a maggot he is? Now, Standing for Truth came back and said, except Dan refuted nothing. Oh, hang on a second. I have to ask you a question, a brain bug. And it's a pretty simple question. Can you hear me this time? Last, I just recorded like 20 minutes. Fortunately, I was on mute, so I could delete the whole thing. Anyway, Standing for Truth, I call him my poor child. Dan refuted nothing. His rescue device on linkage groups was a good laugh. Stanley's coming on our channel this weekend, and he's going to explain linkage groups to us and his theory of linkage groups, and we're really looking forward to that. And he's primarily going to be talking to Walker. Walker and him want to talk about Neanderthals and human ancestry. Oh, that is so good. I'm so glad you can hear me this time. Not really. This nobody should ever listen to these crappy weather reports. You should just look at the description, because I'll put a few links in there for you, and that even takes me a half an hour. So what else does he say? Linkage groups were a good laugh. This is a guy that doesn't really get alleles, and I don't know. And he also wasn't even sure or aware of the literature regarding retrotransposons. Now, retrotransposons, they found, I think, like 2 to 6 of them that have basically been co-opted into some sort of functionality, and they're very, very old. And there are like millions of these things floating around in the genome. And I'm not finding millions of papers describing the highly functionality of every one of them. I'm sorry, Standing, but your little cherry pick that, they found a retrotransposon that actually does something. This is exactly what we expect in molecular biology. If you would just read a book. Standing did read a book. What was the book? Evolution in a Nutshell or something on that order. Cat, you're on my book. Where's my book? I can't find my book. Of course, I lost it. Anyway, I had this little short introduction to evolution and standing by one, and he read that, and he cherry picked something about. I think the author said that the fossil record is iffy or something. I don't know, something on that. But then what else? Let's see. Once again, he gave no testable predictions. I know we picked on you creationists for a long time, saying you had no testable predictions, and now you got Neanderthal Jensen. Neanderthal Jensen? No, Nathaniel Jensen. Slip of the tongue. I'm sorry. Dr. Neanderthal Jensen, I did it again, has cobbled together an Excel spreadsheet, and he's come up with some sort of testable predictions. And I've never quite figured out what those testable predictions are, to tell you the truth. And then they talk about retrodiction, and I'd never really heard that word before, except under creationist circles. Maybe a thing. Me and him went back and forth a little bit about, who's going to convert who. We think that Standing for Truth is the only one that we can save in that group, because he actually has a working mind. But now I'm beginning to doubt that after he posted this. And then, what do we go on to here? Otangello wrote us an encyclopedic entry. He's got 35 reasons why we're wrong. And he complimented us, said, "Oh, apparently you guys know more than Eugene Koonin. Amazing." Yeah, Otangello, we do read the books, and your blog pretty much taps into the stuff that we do read. And we thank you for that. You put it all in one place. Really enjoy that. But he says up here, many atheists demonstrate a faulty understanding of how things in nature work. What the fuck? And atheists don't understand naturalism, I guess. Repeatedly, I've heard atheists say the origin of life depends just on chemicals. It's basically chemical reactions that over time increase complexity. That is a foolish simplification. No shit. Excuse me a second. As a foolish simple, life depends on three basic things which are essential. And of course, what? Energy, matter, and information. And then he goes on with some encyclopedic stuff. So not too much going on there. Just the usual shit. Life's complex, couldn't have formed, whatever. But anyway, understanding the dynamicism and the holistic nature of the beginning of life. Yeah, we're aware of all this stuff. We do know how nature works. We know it's complicated. All you have to do is look around. Go look at a tree, just one fucking tree. Consider how many molecules in that tree are bumping into each other right now. That's all natural stuff. God's fingers aren't in there. And it's complicated. We do know a little bit about how nature works, Otangello. So what else we got? We are doing Saturday Night at the Atheist. Is it Friday? On Saturday night. That's why we call it Saturday Night at the Atheist. The main theme is going to be getting just a walking fish on the trash clown list. Now, this poor kid, I probably shouldn't have called you a kid, but I'm really fucking old. Sorry, Walker. He really wants to be a trash clown. And all of us the other three of us, we're all trash clowns. And Walker just never gets any love from Smokey. So our main goal on Saturday Night at the Atheist, and we do have some plans, is to get Walker on the trash clown list. And maybe people can, nudge Smokey a little bit. Maybe vote for Walker. He wants to be a trash clown, and he's just not getting it from Smokey. The sun-dried maggot is not giving Walker love like he gives the rest of us love. So that's going to be the goal, and we're going to be talking about the weekend review. Might go over some of the stuff. Top Dog Shattuck, and I will link his channel in our description. I believe he is working on something where he went on Smokey's show. And we have noticed with John Anthony and Top Dog, we have noticed a pattern. If you go on these live streams with these, how do I put this gently, with these fuckers, with this vulgar little sun-dried maggot, what they do is they gang up on you and they try to pick you apart. And they do this sort of, I don't know if you'd ever gotten called into the principal's office as a kid and then had the counselor show up and a few other people and have them try to pick you apart psychologically and break you down. They actually used to do this shit back when I went to school. It's kind of what they do. And then they, at the end, Smokey, goes on his trash clown rage thing, his little diatribe, and that's pretty much all it is. I don't know what they think they're doing. I think they're holding up the reprobate and showing them to the world and showing the world what trash atheists are and all this crap. You go on there and you are nothing but a show prop for them. I think everybody should just stop fucking doing it. It's ridiculous. But we're going to be going through some of that method that they use, I think, on Saturday Night Atheist. And now I'm rambling. What else? What else is going on? I don't know. Still getting further into biosemiotics and having conversations about that and hoping to put out some information on that. But I need to go away now. I will try to put as many links as possible in the description to recover some value for these damn weather reports. Though I want to thank people. Yeah, we have been getting views, so that's good. Oh, remember, I'm going to die soon. I am 25,430 days old. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye, boys and girls.